Hi everyone, I'm Lauren from A Menagerie of Stitches. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a magic ring. This is how I start all of my amigurumi projects. I prefer this method much more than the chain 2, 6 single crochet in the second chain from hook method. Here I have examples of both. This one was made using the magic ring, and you can see that the beginning hole is actually closed completely. Now this here is the chain 2 method, and you can see that there's a little hole right there. And that's why I don't like this method. I much prefer having my little hole at the top closed completely. Now there are a couple different ways to make a magic ring, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make mine. I'm holding the loose tail here in my right hand, and in my left hand is my working yarn that leads to my skein of yarn. I like to leave about 5 to 6 inches of yarn before I make the loop, just so I have enough to hold on to when it's time to close the ring. First, we're going to make a loop and place the working yarn on top of the loose tail. I'm going to bring my right hand to my left hand and place the yarn in my right hand behind the yarn in my left hand. And this is what it should look like. So you can see that the working yarn is going to be on top of our loose tail. Then I'm going to put the loop in my right hand. I'm going to take my left hand and drape the yarn over my pointer finger. Then with my middle finger and my thumb, I'm going to pinch the loop right where the two pieces overlapped. And so you should look like this now. Then I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to insert it into the ring. I'm going to put my hook on top of the working yarn. I'm going to pull it through and bring up a loop. So it should look like this. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through my loop. And that is technically a chain 1, but it does not count as a stitch when making a magic ring. Then this little tail right here, our loose tail, it gets twisted in this ring. So I'm actually going to pull this out, and it doesn't affect how to make a magic ring. It just makes it a little bit easier so it's not twisted. Now it's time to start making the single crochets into the magic ring. You're going to insert the hook back into the ring underneath both strands of yarn. Then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So you should have 2 loops on your hook now. Yarn over again and pull through both of those loops, and you'll have 1 remaining loop on your hook. And that completes our first single crochet. Now we're going to repeat that step however many times the pattern states. Most, if not all of my patterns, say to start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. So I'm going to repeat that step 5 more times. You're going to insert the hook under both of those strands, yarn over, pull up a loop, you'll have 2 on your hook. Yarn over again, pull through, and you're left with 1. Now I'm just going to keep on repeating that until I have 6 single crochets. So there's 4 and 5, 6. You can see all 6 of our single crochets. They look like a stack of V's when you look at them from this angle. To close the magic ring, take the loose tail in your left hand, and while holding the stitches in your right hand, gently pull the tail. And you can see it starts to close. You can place your thumb and your pointer finger underneath the stitches like so, and you can pull on the loose tail a little bit more firmly to get that hole to close. When you move on to the next round in the pattern, you're going to place your first stitch or stitches into the very first single crochet that we made, which is going to be this stitch right here. I like to place a stitch marker into the last stitch just so I know where the round ends. Then I'll move the stitch marker as I complete each round. And that's how you make a magic ring. Super quick, simple, and leaves no hole at the start of your amigurumi. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials and free patterns. Happy crocheting, friends!